each. It wasn't tag teaming no more. It was, if you get one, I got one. All our own now.
But there's also in Africa, hippos kill more people than lions.
Yeah, kind.
You know? Yeah, hippos, man, they seem harmless.
Yeah.
But those motherfuckers are strong and they're fast.
Yeah.
One
Swim
bite,
good too.
one bite, your ass is gone. Chopped in half.
Kind.
And another thing, there's a lot of Edomites who they watch too many movies. You know, they think they can go into the forest and pet a fucking grizzly bear.
Put their hands in their mouth and
You
shake
know?
them here. You know,
They think they can
trying
fucking
to
tame
feed
a grizzly bear. Next thing you know, your ass is cut up, man. You know? Watch too many damn movies, man. I have something.
Kind of
This is for our people too, though. This is Leviticus chapter 26 and verse 21. And if you walk contrary unto me and will not hearken unto me, I will bring 7 times more plagues upon you according to your sins.
That's right.
I will also send wild beasts among you, which shall rob you of your children and destroy your cattle and make you few in number, and your highways shall be desolate.
Put another one in the bag.
Yeah, man. The Lord, I mean, there's countless examples in the scriptures where the Lord sending wild animals to just tear up some shit.
Kind
man.
of the she
The
bears.
she bears, that's the most brought up one we always talk about, man. And those little babies
Yeah,
was,
the Niglets.
you know, little Nicholas was and there was scoffing at Elisha,
Yep.
you know, because he was in mourning. He was bald,
Yep.
so they was, you know, they called him. They was talking shit. You know, they was like, get up that bald head. You know, they was talking shit, man. And in the bitterness of his soul, he was like, Lord, can you send these she-bears and rip these niggas to shreds, please? And he cursed them. And he cursed them in the name of the Lord, Yahweh Shem Shai.
Kind. Yeah,
You know?
and not one estate, man. Not one kid.
Yeah.
Job, finish.
Yeah, I'm finished.
And there's another account, if you read in 1 Kings, I think the 13th chapter, where the Lord gave a simple instruction to one of his prophets, and he used another prophet to seduce him to see if he was going to actually hearken to the original command. And what did he do? He followed that seducing spirit and did exactly what the Lord told him not to do. And how did the Lord kill him? The Lord had him met with a damn wild ass lion, man. You know?
I remember that story.
He was looking for it. 13.
Job chapter 5, verse 22, 23. At destruction and famine thou shalt laugh, neither shalt thou be afraid of the beasts of the earth. And because the Most High is the ruler of all of that, of men and beasts upon the earth and everything. So if you're of his elect, he can protect you, just like he can send them on certain wicked to get vengeance. He can protect you as well. And this is talking about the elect, protecting the elect from them. You're gonna laugh at certain serious situations.
It's because we're going to have the angels with us.
Yep.
Verse 23, for thou shalt be in league with the stones of the field, and the beasts of the field shall be at peace with thee.
Yeah. So we're going to
Like
be
King
good in that
Ezekiel.
time. The Lord decides to have it like Jumanji out here. The elect are going to be all right. You know? As the angels, they can, animals, they can see angels. They have spirits. You know?
The donkey.
Yeah, they can see spirits. So if to prevent them from coming to charge and attack us, they'll probably see an angel next to us that we don't see, and they'll turn away like, all right, let me leave.
It'll
him
run
alone.
right past us.
Run right past you and attack somebody else.
Yeah.
Or the Most High might just have you have that animal protecting you throughout all.
Yeah.
I don't know if y'all like you know, go to somebody's house and they have a dog or
Yeah,
something.
kind.
You know, and the dog be at peace with you.
Yeah, it always like you.
Yeah.
Come up to you.
Yeah.
Rub up to
Since
you.
I've been in the truth, I mean,
Yeah,
I've
since
always
I've been
kind
in
of
the
been
truth,
like that,
yeah,
but
yeah.
since I've been in the truth, I noticed it even more.
Yeah.
Like they're super, like they just cool.
They get real
That dog, he don't like nobody, but he like you.
Yeah.
Oh shit.
Yeah, I've dealt with that too.
And that is true because when I was in the world, my friend, he had a dog, and that motherfucker didn't like me. He did not like me, bro. He was cool with everybody else, but he didn't like me. I was wicked back then too, you know? And that dog did. That dog did not like me.
And when I was a child, I got bit by a big ass pit
God.
bull in the thigh.
Yeah.
You know, but since I've been in the truth, you know, every animal I've been, you know, in contact with, you know, I've been at peace with.
Con.
Man. They've been at peace with me. You know?
Yeah.
That's
I mean, but we still not in our glory yet, so that don't mean that that don't mean that they can't fuck us up. We still get jacked up. You know?
I'm talking about domestic.
But yeah.
Dogs, cats.
Yeah. I mean, but hey, that's why in that day, that's when the Lord's gonna be. You're gonna see the Lord working His work, because you know animals that you would think attack you, and it might be a yard that you walk by all the time on the way to the store or whatever. When you walk past it, them dogs trying to jump over that fence to get to you, to rip your ass up. But in that day, the Lord might have it to where you might see him over that fence, but he might not attack you. You know? And that's how you're gonna know that. Hey, that's the spirit of Yahweh Shem Shai, man. You know? Now I heard that recently there was a 9-year-old girl in Detroit that got mauled to death by 3 pit bulls.
Yeah.
You know? Terrible, man. The Most High is terrible, man.
They're charging her
One thing
parents.
to get bit, but to get mauled to death,
Yeah.
that's not a fast process. That's a painful, drawn out process as well.
Bites hurt.
Yeah. By the time they start just to bite, but then the tear, oh man.
If he knew alive, man.
Right, that's the point.
And then we seen the video. The Edomites had the dog, and they sicked the dog on
Oh
Jake,
yeah,
man.
yeah. Con.
Yeah, they was beating him up.
Yeah,
They
kind.
had a dog attacking him.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's cool, because we ain't gonna have just dogs getting your ass, man. In the kingdom, because we gonna be one with the animals.
Yeah.
We gonna have the animals are gonna have the fear of us only.
Con.
They're gonna reverence us. Just like during the time when Adam, when he was naming the animals and you know the trees and the herbs and everything, when we had dominion over everything. The animals had fear of man. In the kingdom, they're gonna have the fear of us, the Israelites, man.
And that's part of what the deal was with Adam. He was able to subdue all the beasts. You know, that was the power that Adam had. Well, we're gonna get that in full force in the kingdom of heaven. The Israelites will have that. We still gonna send. I'll never forget the Jebba, the brothers always talking about the silverback. No, the silverback.
yeah,
I'm gonna have silverback just to whoop your ass.
Con.
Brother Yakanai used to say all the time. I got something in Isaiah chapter 11. I'm gonna start up at verse 5. And righteousness shall be the girdle of his loins, and faithfulness the girdle of his reins. The wolf also shall dwell with the lamb, and the leopard shall lie down with the kid, and the talking about the young animal, both the prey and the predator. Hang out. It says, and the fatling together, and the little child shall lead them. We ain't got to worry about these predator animals. Our young children are going to lead the animals and have them doing certain things. Right? It says, and the cow and the bear shall feed, their young ones shall lie down together, and the lion shall eat straw like the ox, and the suckling child shall play on the holes of the asp, and the weaned
Little Israelite babies, man, they're gonna be playing with snakes. They're not gonna be getting bit.
Yep, they gonna be scared and
Poisonous
get
too.
bit.
Them snakes are poisonous.
Yep. Right. So, and the weaned child shall put his hand on the cockatrice den. That's a snake den.
Yeah, that's supposed to be snakes.
Yeah. Yep. And they shall not hurt nor destroy in all of my holy mountain, for the earth shall be full of the knowledge of the Lord Yahweh B'Shem Shai, as the waters cover the sea. Yeah, now it's talking about Yahweh Shai with that root. There's a point that's going to establish all of that order and righteousness when he comes back. That root out of Jesse, as that chapter goes into.
God, and it was a Jake that painted this image also in 1945 called Horace Pippin. You know? Just out, man. Because it's in our spirits that this is our book, man.
I'm gonna finish this in Wisdom of Solomon. I'm gonna start at 17. Wisdom of Solomon 11 and 17. For thy almighty hand that made the world of matter without form wanted not means to send among them a multitude of bears or fierce lions, or unknown wild beasts, full of rage, newly created, breathing out either a fiery vapor or filthy scents of scattered smoke.
Yep.
Or shooting horrible
Fire-breathing dragons, damn near, right?
or shooting horrible sparks out of their eyes. Hey man, Esau got some shit that he created. You know, robots and all types of shit, man.
They mimic animals,
They
huh?
gonna tear our people up.
Yeah, they mimic animal movements and behaviors.
What's that movie? The last, damn, what's that?
Jurassic.
No, it ain't Jurassic Park.
Well, tell us more about it.
The one with Samuel L. Jackson in it.
Snakes on the plane.
No, it ain't that.
Deep Blue Sea.
That nigga in
Deep
every
Blue
movie,
Sea.
right?
Yeah.
No, it ain't
No,
that.
all right.
It's hard. It is in
No, that dude got so many
The
movies.
spy movie. The spy movie.
Kingsman.
Yeah, Kingsman. The second Kingsman. The second Kingsman movie. The chick, she had 2 robot dogs.
Oh yeah, kind.
You know,
Like,
they was
Black-
full. They was
Black
like
Mirror?
made out of steel. You know, they had, you know,
No.
the Secret Service, you know, teeth of steel and all that. Man. Esau got some shit out of it.
Kind. The brother also brought up Black Mirror. The episode where it was the robotic
Dog.
animals.
Dog.
Yeah, it was the dogs.
The dog was a motherfucker, man.
Yeah, kind.
And RoboCop. Let's not forget about the Ed 209, complete robot with haywire. You know? Since she can go haywire and just start killing people. What you gonna do with Ed 209 get up there? You know what I mean?
And then Esau created the lab where he got videos on YouTube where he kicked it.
Yep.
You know, and it didn't even fall, man.
Yeah,
He
just lean and shit.
Yeah, it
got
just
back up.
got back up and then
Hit the stairs all
walking,
over.
man.
Man, it'd be ironic, man. Robots, they
Seen it.
gonna start killing nigga woman. They call
Oh, yeah.
nigga woman BT-1000. they got them robots.
Yep. Terminator.
Yeah, man.
Yeah, Terminator.
That's why it's gonna take a special divine force
Right.
to protect us in that day. 'Cause, I mean, look what we gonna have to face, man, when judgment comes down. You know, without the power, man, that's unbearable, man. Nobody's making it out
Right.
like that. You know? That's why the brother read in Job, the 5th chapter, that we're gonna be in league with the beast of the field, and you know, we're gonna be redeemed from famine. You know, like, because we're gonna have to be protected, man. It tells you how Michael the archangel will have to stand for the people. You know? I don't know if who's
I think I have. Was it more in that Sirach 30?
Well, I had
read that.
this Isaiah 46 and 45. It's about family, about family. How that spirit is going to have to be on us or be dwelling with us for us to have the blessings in this terrible day coming. Like the scripture, like we read earlier, the scripture said, don't worry about how the wicked shall be destroyed, but how the righteous. So we talked about the warnings of the wicked. We can get into the blessings of the righteous. You know? Matter of fact, I'll read this Isaiah 45. I'll start up at
Psalms 91.
I'll start at verse 11. It says, but ye are they that forsake the Lord, that forget my holy mountain, that prepare for a table, that troop, and that furnish the drink offering unto that number. Therefore I will number you to the sword. You read this. Read it again. Number you to the sword, because when I called, ye did not answer. When I spake, ye did not hear, but did evil before mine eyes, and did choose that wherein I delighted not. You read that? You read that? Don't worry about it. said, therefore, thus saith the Lord Yahweh, by Hashem Yahushai, it says, behold, my servants shall eat, but ye shall be hungry. Behold, my servants shall drink, but ye shall be thirsty. Behold, my servants shall rejoice, but ye shall be ashamed. Behold, my servants shall sing for joy of heart, but ye shall cry for sorrow of heart. It says, and shall howl for vexation of spirit.
Yep.
And ye shall leave your name for a curse unto my chosen. And the Lord Yahweh shall slay thee and call his servants by another name.
New Jerusalem.
That's right. Because once you have that mark on you, that mark of exemption on you, then you get that new name, New Jerusalem on you, and you get those holy white garments. You get to be excused from all the punishments and perils that's coming.
That's right.
You understand the rest of that scripture? It should be a curse unto my servants.
Yeah, that's what I read it again. Yeah, it says, verse 15, and ye shall leave your name for a curse unto my chosen. It says, for the Lord Yahweh shall slay thee and call his servants by another name, that he who blesseth himself in the earth shall bless himself in the power of truth. And he that sweareth in the earth shall swear by the power, Yahweh, of truth. Because the former troubles are forgotten, and because they are hid from mine eyes. Because you're hid away in that strong tower, away from all the perils and troubles that are coming to everybody else. Hey, this is going to be happening to everybody else. You got to understand, this is going to happen to everybody else but the elect. Okay? So it's going to really look like everybody is catching it. That's pretty good right there.
Psalms 34 and 7. The angel of the Lord encampeth round about them that fear him and delivereth them.
Right. Yeah, they encamp around protecting them, protecting the elect. Okay? And you gotta earn that protection. You gotta earn those bodyguards, so to speak. Okay?
Yeah, they the elect men's secret service, man.
That's right. Literally. Secret service. Like you can't detect them and see them.
Yeah, when your ways please the Most High, He gonna make sure you protected.
That's right.
The moment you go off, you piss the Most High off, He gonna allow them angels to step down. You know, where you're more susceptible to evil. You know. Don't worry about the nigga woman. She's already done. She's an enemy of the Most High, man.
We need,
You know. The hell with the
Say,
nigga
what
woman.
is the promise of this coming? She's gonna track down.
Yeah, you know, it's all good.
Is that it?
are you gonna see when the animals get on this nigga woman? Are you gonna see his left his
Oh,
weave?
bro. These animals, all they gonna smell is that damn crab legs, shrimp, that tart, that sea,
Crisco.
bottom of the sea smell.
That Crisco smell.
Yeah. That's all they gonna smell, so you know they after her black ass.
Then they gonna smell blood.
Yeah.
Blood in the water.
It's that sweet smell still.
Yep.
You know how, think how dogs are now. The woman ain't right, the dog, you're all up in it. Trying to snip it all the way out. So imagine when that's a ravenous sound. You know?
Yeah, nigga woman think shit is a joke, you know, shit is, you know, everything is funny to laugh at, but hey, you know.
Like, we're not a sign of laughter over here. We're a sign of serious peril and death coming. This is, I don't mean to cut you off. I just want to kind of say, like, when you walk by the men of the Lord on the streets teaching it, there's no laughing matter to see this. You know, when you go to Jeremiah 28 chapter, it's serious business. The men of the Lord are out on the street. Okay? Especially most of you know that we out here every week for years now. It ain't like it's been 700 years since the last time. We've been out for years, consecutively, all over the country, all over the world now. This is not a laughing matter looking at the men of the Lord. If you look at our faces, you'll see that it ain't a laughing matter. We do tell jokes. We do have a good time at certain moments. But pretty much the message is solemn. Right?
It's instead of inquiring what this is about, you just gonna make us
keep walking
just
and
gonna laugh
giggle up
about
the
it.
block.
Yeah, giggle.
It says something about the Most High or something like that, and then
Bitch got fake hair.
Yeah, there's something wrong with us. Something wrong with you.
That's why the Lord said He gonna mock when they fear coming.
That's
right.
Just
Those prophets, man.
Yeah, stay hoes. Yeah, you can get that. You can get that.
God, this Psalms 91 at the top. He that dwelleth in the secret place of the Most High shall abide under the shadow of the Almighty. I will say of the Lord, He is my refuge and my fortress, my power. In Him will I trust. Surely He shall deliver thee from the snare of the fowler and from the noise of pestilence. He shall cover thee with His feathers, and under His wings shalt thou trust. His truth shall be thy shield and thy buckler.
It's basically we're gonna be hid in this pavilion. You know? The Lord's gonna hide us, He gonna keep us safe away from danger. And that's all His elect. Remember, like I think it was the lesson me and you did. You're gonna have martyrs that the only brothers that's gonna die are the ones that's gonna be martyrs for the Lord. Alright? Other than that, the elect, they're not gonna get touched. Alright? The Most High is gonna make sure He got them safe.
Scripture says there was something in that shall not see death.
Yeah, exactly. Shall not taste the
They
death.
taste death, yeah, come. Right.
No. They're being preserved unto the ships so they can make it up out of here before America gets destroyed. Just imagine what all those men will be to have seen leading up to that point. Like right before you got caught up into the chariots, man, you just saw all type of death. You just saw people eating other people. You saw wild animals mauling people to death. You saw people getting starved, people looking like skeletons walking around.
Yeah.
You know? You saw all type of stuff, man. Race riots, people laying on the side of the sidewalks with their brains pouring out their head, man.
Yep.
You know? Rape victims, you done seen it all, man. And then at that last moment, fires, you know, there's burning buildings and there's smoke in the air, there's all type of shit going on. And then out of nowhere, the Lord just appears, man. And that loud trumpet noise. That's when all the elect are gonna know. Oh man, like this is that final moment, man. This is it, man. This is the end of the world. Now it's the world of Jacob now.
Yep.
You know?
Man, you can't try to get righteous in that moment. It's too late.
No.
You know, this is what this time is for, to build yourself up to that moment.
And that's why the scripture says, seek ye the Lord while He may be found.
Yep.
If you don't know Him, if you ain't found Him by the time shit hit the fan, and chances are, man, you're not gonna have a chance. Yeah, something, right?
It's Proverbs 18:10. The name of the Lord is a strong
There was
tower.
still more in Psalm 91.
Yeah, come on.
Yeah.
The name of the Lord is a strong tower. The righteous run into it and is safe.
Yep, and that's not a literal tower. That's figurative to the name of Yahweh Shem Shai, how strong, and it can't be penetrated. Right? That's for us to be able to go to and be protected and safe and comforted in there. Okay?
Like a support system.
That's right.
Safe
Not
haven.
gonna let you fall and fail. You know what I'm saying?
Safe haven.
Safe haven. That's right.
Let's continue in Psalms 91 and 5. Thou shalt not be afraid for the terror by night, nor for the arrow that flieth by day.
Particularly the nuclear missiles. Not just the bullets or bow and arrows, but the nuclear missiles is the main thing. Right?
Nor for the pestilence that walketh in destruction.
Hey, because how beautiful is that? Through the Spirit, we're in the herbs and healing naturally.
Yep.
You know? And it has to be mingled with faith and everything that we've been getting built up for when that day truly comes, that we'll be ready. That He'll just step in and be like, boom, I don't worry about it, I got you. I know there's no penicillin, but I got you. I know there's no You know?
Antibiotics.
Yeah, but I got you.
Yeah.
It's continuing. Nor for the destruction that wasteth at noonday. 1,000 shall fall at thy side, and 10,000 at thy right hand, but it shall not come nigh thee. Only with thine eyes shalt thou behold.
We're going to have spiritual force fields around us. You know, the angels is going to be, no, back the fuck up. Don't even see him, just keep moving. All right? But you got to visualize and see this thing
Kinda like-
and fully believe in it. You can't just be like, okay, no, it can't be like that. You got to have that there and thank Yahweh for you know, by Hashem Yahushua for setting that up for us. Not only for you, but for the Akim as well. And their families accordingly. I know what you're gonna say.
Like in the book of Eli.
Yeah.
When they had the shootout, the bullets was like bouncing off of them. You know, in the middle where that city was at, in the town. It says, only with thine eyes shalt thou behold and see the reward of the wicked, because thou hast made the Lord, which is my refuge.
Because the wicked are 2/3 are our enemies as well, not just Esau and the other nations. So we get to see that. So what it says, 10 things that make a man happy. One is to see the fall of his enemies. We don't get to see that. We don't get to see our enemies, the wicked, get destroyed. All right, the enemies of Yahweh, by Hashem Yahushua.
Even the Most High my habitation, there shall no evil befall thee, neither shall any plague come nigh thy dwelling, for he shall give his angels charge over thee.
Hey, didn't he do that during the time of the Exodus? And put the blood on the lintel of the doorpost, and the Israelites wasn't touched. That all did that, but it ran through them Egyptians.
Yeah. That was what the Lord meant when he said he put a difference between the Egyptians
They shall
and the
know.
children of Israel.
Yeah, no question.
You're gonna know because the Lord had them separate. You know, their cattle wasn't getting attacked when the Egyptian cattle was getting put to death.
Yep.
When the Lord plagued them with 3 nights of darkness, it was still light where Israel was,
Right.
in the land of Goshen.
Yep.
You know. Hey, so we the elect, Lord willing, we are those men. The elect are like the Goshen of Israel,
Right.
because they're not going to be touched by the plagues, man. You know. The rest of you jakes, you know, y'all go after y'all trust in the shadow of Egypt, so hey, you're gonna get the fate of Egypt.
What was the first scripture we brought up? Go hand join in hand.
Yeah.
So keep attached to this system, this man, and all his wicked ass power structure and philosophies, and watch what happens to you. The Lord is not gonna protect you in that day. And even some of you that call yourselves Israelites are still holding on to some of the ideologies of this world. Okay? Y'all better clean that up. More, right?
Because thou hast made the Lord, which is my refuge, even the Most High thy habitation, there shall no evil befall thee, neither shall any plague come nigh thy dwelling. For he shall give his angels charge over thee, to keep thee in all thy ways. They shall bear thee up in their hands, lest thou dash thy foot against a stone.
So like, how is he gonna give you charge? Go back to that part. Give you charge
For he shall give his angels charge over thee, to keep thee in all thy ways.
How's he gonna do that? The Spirit is what's gonna guide you. Okay? And then the angel's gonna be right there guiding you. No, this way. Don't go down that alley. Go this way. It's a shortcut. Wait right here for a second. Gonna guide you right up out of there, man, out of all the troubles. And it's gonna be wisdom and knowledge that's gonna keep you stable to follow in the Spirit. Be like, that look like that. I don't go down that lit street. I'm gonna go down the dark alley. Yeah. And you watch that movie, Bird Anarchy. It has scenes like that where they couldn't go on the main road. They had to go down the dark alleys.
Yep.
But that was the way to get out of it, though.
Continuing, it's 13. Thou shalt tread upon the lion and adder, the young lion, and the dragon shall thou trample under feet.
You ain't gonna worry about no wild beasts and no snakes and none of that.
Desert creatures.
Desert creatures, you're gonna be protected.
And did not the Lord call his angels ministering spirits?
What?
What is a ministering spirit? What is a minister? A minister is somebody look it up. What is a minister? If these angels are ministering spirits, then what is a minister?
Blue letter or
Yeah,
Just
in
Google the word.
Yeah, you can Google it. What is the job of a minister? Because that's who's going to have charge over the Lord's elect.
minister, a member. Oh,
Not that one.
a head
Not
of a
new speak.
a head of a government department. Attend to the needs of someone.
Okay, that's
close to
getting
it.
close to it.
It,
Read that dictionary you just brought.
Webster, bro?
oh, huh?
Webster?
I go to Webster.
Well, I got it right here.
Okay, go ahead.
Get Psalms 103 and 20 and 21.
Webster's Dictionary for minister, if you scroll down to the origin, Middle English ministre, which means servant.
Bam, that's it. That's what it means. It means a servant, man. So really these angels in the heavens, they serve the Most High. They take his orders, his commandments, and on the earth, you know, if the Lord assigned them to prevent one of the Lord's men, you know, from a near-death situation, they got to go actually serve that particular brother and basically keep him out of harm, out of harm's way. Because that's an order given by the Most High, who they ultimately serve. You know, the Lord gives the commands to his angels to make sure that the Lord's elect, the 144,000, are protected in their daily life. You know. I don't know who was.
You got after Psalm 103.
Go ahead.
Are we done with Psalm 103 and 20 and 21, right? It says, bless the Lord, ye his angels, that excel in strength, that do his commandments,
Yep.
hearkening unto the voice of his word.
Yep.
Bless ye the Lord Yahweh, all ye his hosts, ye ministers of his that do his pleasure.
Oof.
Yeah.
Yeah, the angels, they're servants, man. They're just taking orders, constant orders, man. Satan too.
I was gonna say those prayers for vengeance.
Yeah,
Too.
the evil spirits, they take orders.
What I'm saying, to appease the wrath of him that
Yep.
That made
Yep.
them.
Yeah.
That made them.
that was in Sirach 39, wasn't it?
Yeah. Yeah, everything that you see is controlled by the spiritual realm. The Lord has control over that, man. So when something evil happens, that's why it says in Amos, you know, if the evil be done in the city, wasn't that the Lord that done it? Because the Lord has control over evil spirits. And he uses those evil spirits to appease them because it's the spirit of vengeance. That person did some evil, so he's being met with evil.
That's right.
He's getting punished. And that goes beyond the earthly understanding of these people. That's why they demonize the Most High like
So God is bad then. Like, man,
So
shut
he's
up.
evil then. He says he creates evil.
Man, the answer to that is in Romans 9.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's something that you hear from a lot of atheists and
Yeah.
unbelievers.
Yeah.
Oh, if God is all good, and they don't even know, but
Yeah.
they'll say that.
Yeah.
If he's all loving, why did he drown the world? Why did the baby
Right.
starving?
Right.
They don't know. But the
Yeah,
answer
They don't
is
know
There's a reason for it.
They don't understand the duality
Yeah.
of the Most High.
They don't understand judgment.
Yeah, that too.
Yeah.
Every evil thing that happens is not just because the Lord he does it because he can, because he sits in the heavens and like, man, let me just fuck people up. Let me just, let me just throw a tidal wave over this city real quick. No, man, people are doing evil shit, man. And he can't stand to see it in his sight, so he sends an angel to go down and do something about it. That's it. The Most High just has that kind of power to do it like that.
I'll kill this whole city and everybody I knew about this wicked invention this heathen was about to bring forth and corrupt the world with. And he'll just wipe everybody that had a part of it out. He can easily do it. Anyway, he's so pleasing. Matter of fact, I'm going to say that, right?
Yep. It's Psalms 115 and 3. But our power is in the heavens, Yahweh. He hath done whatsoever he hath pleased.
Yeah.
He do what he want to do, man. He do what he want to do. We don't have to, Sid, who? Was it Sid from Toy Story?
Oh, that was
Who was
breaking
evil,
animals.
Yeah,
He was
breaking
evil.
the kid.
But he was,
breaking the toys.
but in that same type of context, you can play and create who you want to be, who and what. Well, he's not like Sid sitting up there just doing wickedness to the earth just for his own amusement. He has a role and guidelines that he goes by, and it's his own balance and righteousness as he sees.
Well,
And we don't have to have understanding of
The
that.
Most High already has an ordinance set in the earth
Right.
that if you keep going against His commandments, things naturally will come back against you.
Right.
Like if you keep eating unclean, them diseases is gonna automatically kick in
Right.
because your body is built not to take in that bacteria and filth, man.
Right.
You know, you commit homosexuality long enough,
Right.
Syphilis
that
and disease
that,
comes.
that disease is gonna
Yeah.
creep in.
They say you're gonna get the recompense, which is meat.
Yeah, recompense of their era, man.
Yeah.
You gonna blame the Most High because what you
Till
did
you was
warranted
tempted,
your
yeah.
judgment?
Hey,
You
like
was
the
tempted and lost.
like the scriptures say, the Most High made men upright, but they have sought out many wicked
Yep,
inventions.
that's right.
Hey, I always say this all the time, and it's using simple logic, man. You gonna get angry at the man who created the iron because you burned yourself with it?
In your own house, away from that man.
He specifically told you, you know,
Don't put on skin.
don't put it on your skin.
It say it on the box.
It's only for one use. You iron your clothes with it. That's it. Anything outside of that, hey, you're responsible. Take precautions, so to speak.
Yeah.
You know, be cautious. This will do this if you do this,
Yeah. Or don't do this.
or don't do this. You know,
Keep away from children.
come on.
Yeah, plastic bags.
So when you don't listen to instructions, now you get to see why the instruction is there.
Yeah.
That's what the Most High did with His creation. But the creation thinks that it's more smarter than its creator. And that's the problem. And that's why all this evil. That's why evil shit happened to people, man. You know. I got something real quick. This is Sirach 18 and verse 2. It says, "The Lord only is righteous, and there is none other but He, who governeth the world with the palm of His hand,
Yep.
and all things obey His will.
Right.
For He is the King of all by His power, dividing holy things amongst them from profane.
Right.
To whom have He given power to declare His works? Or who shall find out His noble acts? Who shall number the strength of His majesty? And who shall also tell out His mercies? As for His wondrous works of the Lord, there may nothing be taken from them, neither may anything be put to them, neither can the ground of them be found out." Verse 7, it says, "When a man have done, then he beginneth, and when he leaveth off, then shall he be doubtful.
Yeah.
What is man, and whereto serveth he? What is his good, and what is his evil?"
When you do good, man, things just line up for you. But when you depart from doing good, here come the wicked parts, the punishments that come from departing from righteousness.
That's balance, man.
It's just the way it was set up. It's meant to be that way. But that scourge is a amendment to keep you doing good.
See, these other civilizations like ancient Egypt, you know, these other kingdoms that Jake like to worship, they didn't have laws that actually governed them and gave them
Yeah.
repercussions for every law that they break.
No judgments for
There was
them.
no judgments
Yeah.
for every law, man. You know, when they always bring out the Ma'at, but the Ma'at just says, I will not do this, or I will not do that, or I will not do this. Okay, then you can say you ain't did it, but what are the judgments or the consequences if you was to do it?
Oh,
You can see with ancient Egypt, them motherfuckers were lawless. They did whatever the fuck was pleasing to their flesh. All right. The women, they was smutting themselves out. They was queens. They was performing polyandry.
Yeah.
They was getting tattoos. They did the most, man. They had orgies back then.
sound like you describing today, bro.
You know, the mythological gods that they were worshiping. The creation stories were homosexual, man.
Yeah.
You know. So that goes to show you what type of morale that they actually had. But yet you want to compare the gods of the Egyptians with the God of the Bible, you shouldn't do that, man.
You got something like that. Romans 1, verse 17, and I think 18, yeah, and then 19. It says, for therein is the righteousness of the Most High revealed from faith to faith. As it is written, the just shall live by faith. For the wrath of the Most High is revealed from heaven against all ungodliness and unrighteousness of men who hold the truth in unrighteousness. Because that which may be known of the Most High is manifest in them. For the Most High have showed it unto them. Basically, your punishments will witness against you that you were doing unrighteousness. You know? Like the example the brother used earlier, if you eat an abominable shellfish, your pussy stink, man. You know?
Yeah.
And you got diseases and all kinds of other things that come along with eating abominable meats. You know, there's consequences to everything that you do that's of unrighteousness.
And you can't say that the Most High is unrighteous for judging you.
Right.
You know? Because his judgments is really to keep you in fear so that you'll hearken into instruction. But as long as you're doing that, now you're able to live. Now you're able to prosper on the world. You know? Yep.
It's Romans 9 and 14. What shall we say then? Is there unrighteousness with the Most High? Yahweh forbid. For he said to Moses, I will have mercy on whom I will have mercy, and I'll have compassion on whom I will have compassion. So then it is not of him that willeth, nor of him that runneth, but of the Most High that showeth mercy.
Yeah. And the Lord he's so merciful that he can even give you, time to repent.
Yeah.
It ain't like he's an unmerciful God, like he doesn't get you out of the situations. Even you wicked ass niggas. You wicked niggas, y'all do evil shit all the time, and the Most High doesn't take your life immediately.
He was so merciful that he sent Yahweh Shai, so we didn't have to be under the old covenant. Where if we was under the old covenant, these niggas,
Everybody did.
We all
we all be yeah.
Lifetimes ago.
Yeah, fine.
Lifetimes ago. Eons ago. Yes.
He's continuing. 17. For the scripture saith unto Pharaoh, even for the same purpose have I raised thee up, that I might show my power in thee, and that my name might be declared throughout all the earth. Therefore hath he mercy on whom he will have mercy, and whom he will harden it.
Who can dispel what he wants to happen? Like the brother was reading, what was that you read that? Was it Sirach?
Yeah.
Yeah, in Sirach he was saying, who can measure his glory or his mercies? You can't measure the Most High and what he's doing in the earth. Okay? Because he's on a higher level than us.
See, the most like the scriptures say, he create peace and evil. He made good and he made evil.
Yeah.
So how could a man try to come up with his own moral compass?
Right. No, he was off by.
No, I believe this is what's good, and I believe this is what evil.
Right.
But you know what a man's gonna do? He's gonna go according to his flesh. He's gonna go according to his own emotions, what he feel is evil and what's good.
God.
But you see in the earth, that which is good they call evil, and that which is evil they call good.
All you have to do is meditate upon these laws and statutes and commandments, man. You can see that he had our best intention in line with this stuff.
They can't, because and especially the American people, they do it all the time. They believe that their opinion holds weight, as if it really means something, man. And your opinion don't mean nothing. We're not up here speaking our opinion either. We're coming straight from the scriptures to just tell you the truth. Hey, truth matters, man. Your opinion don't mean nothing. It don't mean shit. You know? God, just continue.
It's like they demonize the judgments of the Most High.
Yeah.
Because they know they're in line for one
See,
of the judgments.
when your child fuck up, you want somebody to say you evil for whooping their ass every time they get out of line?
Right.
You know?
Hey, but
or you might put their ass on punishment and
that
take
will
their...
do. That will do, though.
You give them some form of punishment, and all of a sudden you're evil. But if you don't punish them, they're walking all over you. They think they can do whatever the fuck they want.
They're heading right into destruction.
Yeah. That's what was that in the Apocrypha? He that is about the child that is willful.
Yeah.
He would be headstrong.
Yeah, horse are not broken, so become headstrong.
Yeah.
The child that's
Hey, and that links up with when it says when sins against the evil work is not executed expediently, therefore it's in the sons of man to do evil. You know? The Most High gives you wiggle room to try to choose between doing the good thing or not to do it. And when you choose the wrong thing, hey, the repercussion is gonna meet you.
Right.
Yep.
Sirach 30, verse 8. I start verse 8. It says, "A horse not broken becometh headstrong, and a child left to himself will be willful." Verse 10. "Laugh not with him, lest thou have sorrow with him, unless thou gnash thy teeth in the end. Give him no liberty in his youth, and weak not at his follies. Bow down his neck while he is young, and beat him on his sides while he is a child, lest he wax stubborn and be disobedient unto thee."
And ain't that how Israel is now?
Yep. As a nation.
As a nation.
But they haven't been whooped in such a long time that they've been popped by their mama, but they ain't got a real strong ass whooping. Like, they don't remember slavery. Like, they don't remember real captivity under the so-called white man. They don't remember that. It's not even in the history books, right? They don't remember that. That don't resonate in the back of your mind, nor that it came from the Heavenly Father.
They've gotten acquainted with the curses.
Yeah.
You know, they got acquainted with, getting whipped on. That's why should I stricken you anymore? For you will revolt.
Yeah.
You constantly getting your ass whooped to the point where now you're in love with that pain.
Yeah.
Like a woman that loves getting her ass beat by her.
She keep doing bad shit.
She keep doing bad shit because she want to get her ass beat.
Kids
That's
do that
Jake,
to
man.
get attention.
Yeah.
Or do bad shit to get in trouble to get attention. It's the wrong way of going about it.
Yeah, man.
That was it.
Ecclesiasticus 21:1. "My son, hast thou sinned? Do so no more, but ask pardon for thy former sins. Flee from sin as from the face of a serpent. For if thou comest too near it, it will bite thee. The teeth thereof are as the teeth of a lion."
That's the judgment of the punishments of doing wickedness, right? That snake that will bite you. These trespassers will end up biting you. And the final bite is what? Death.
Slaying the souls of men, all iniquity is as a two-edged sword, the wounds whereof cannot be healed. To terrify and do wrong will waste riches. Thus the house of the proud man shall be made desolate.
Right. If you're too proud to humble down and correct your ways, you're gonna get destroyed. We read that in Proverbs 29? Proverbs
1, yeah, it says without remedy.
Yep. That if he that being often reproved harden his neck. If you can't humble down and realize that you need to be corrected, you ain't no correcting you. That's gonna be without enemy. You gonna get destroyed. I mean, without remedy. Without remedy, you gonna get destroyed.
I got this quick. This is Ecclesiasticus 15:14. It says, "He himself made man from the beginning and left them in the hand of his counsel. If thou wilt to keep the commandments and to perform acceptable faithfulness, he has set fire and water before thee. Stretch forth thy hand into whether thou wilt." Right?
Yeah.
Before man is life and death, and whether him liketh shall be given him.
Yep. You like to die? Go ahead. Keep reaching out there. Get yourself destroyed. You like life? Hey, guess what? You be water, man.
You like wisdom? You like the commandments? You like loving your neighbor? You love instruction? You love discipline?
You love the Most High more than anything? You know?
Hey, be blessed. I'm gonna bless you on top of blessing, on top of blessing. Oh, but you like homosexuality? You think faggots should have the right, or they shouldn't be